I just wanted to try to do a update reading on, on the presidential, I guess when I was doing it was during the election. And I always was confused about what my reading was trying to tell me. I was actually this can't happen, this is not real, because in my reading I kept getting that I thought that Obama's gonna stay in office, and Trump's gonna be blackmailed, and he'll leave and all this stuff, and I just was like, what? And then I did predict that Trump would be elected, but I just was so confused about what the whole stuff about Obama, and so I was actually a little bit vindicated when I started to read all this stuff about that, people were saying that Obama had a shadow government and was pulling the strings behind the scenes and all this stuff, and I was like, okay, well, maybe that's what the cards were referring to, that there was going to be this conspiracy about Obama, right? So that's what I was thinking. So now I was just thinking it's been a while since I've done anything on Obama, and so I just I wanted to try to see what I would get, and it's very interesting. Basically what I got was that he's definitely it's so interesting because he's a little bit conflicted. He's sad and heartbroken that he had to leave the presidency. He wanted to stay president, and that is, I would say, is a true statement, because he tried several times to get them to pass an amendment to the Constitution to give the president a third term. And a lot of people don't know that about Obama. He tried to get Congress to pass an amendment to the Constitution several times to give the president a third term. So he was very sad and heartbroken that he had to leave. I think he really fought it. Now, what's interesting is that right now, currently, he's actually loving life. He's having a blast. And what I do see is that he's reconnected with Michelle. I think he's I don't know if being the president, obviously I would think it would take a lot of your time away from your family and from your lover. So I do get that he is, this is kind of sorry, I don't want to, offend anybody or anything like that, but basically he's been getting busy. He's been getting it on, so to speak, with Michelle. So he's very happy about that. I think it may have been a while for him since he had sex. So, and he's happy about being able to spend more time with his family in general, right? I get that. But and I do see that I think he loves the fact that he can kind of go do whatever he wants now, and he doesn't have maybe people scrutinizing every move he makes, that sort of thing. But what's interesting is that I do see him working, and it is sort of behind the scenes. He is working with people that are still in positions of government, and he's he's working with them. I'm not entirely sure in what capacity. Like, it could be on an advice basis, but it seems to me more like these people are like working for him, on the down low. And I feel like he is trying very hard to, like, whatever agendas he has, he's trying to make it happen quickly. And it might be like trying to get people on his side. Like, that might be part of what he's trying to do. And so I was like, when I saw this reading, I was like, no way, like, this is crazy, because this is like exactly kind of like what I saw in my past reading about Obama, and like that he was like gonna stay in office and blah blah blah, you know. So to me, I was like, when I saw this, I was like, what? So I went ahead and I asked the question. I said, is Obama going to stage a coup against Trump? And the answer is very, very interesting. Basically, it says that he's working on it. He's legitimately working on it. And he's trying to not only employ people from, like, his own like, party, but, well, and also he might even be trying to get people from other parties also. So he may be trying to get Republicans and Libertarians also on his side. And but I also think he's trying to employ people of the world. So I think he's like putting feelers out to people of the world to see, like, if he can get them on his side, maybe trying to see if, like, you know, like, if they think it's a good idea or whatnot. I'm not entirely sure, but he's definitely working on it. And what's really, like, interesting is that, like, with the Wheel of Fortune card here, I mean, it's saying basically that right now, like, it is going in his favor. So he is, like, in a sense, getting somewhere with it. He is, he is successful so far. With whatever he's been trying to do, he is successful. So, will he actually be able to pull it off? You know, I think the cards are not entirely forthcoming with that information. But I would say it could be a very good bet that he would be successful in doing this. I don't know how. I don't know how he's going to do it. But he is definitely working on it. So that's all I've got right now. And I know it sounds crazy. I hope that, you know, I hope that there isn't some, like, crazy thing like that to happen in our country, but you know what? I mean, sometimes the world can shock you, you know? I mean, there's been military coups in other countries this past year. So it's not something that couldn't happen here. So stay vigilant, you know, like, I guess just keep your eyes open, because, like, things can change at any moment. All right? Good luck out there, and hopefully we'll all make it. I don't know. Hopefully we'll all do well. All right. Thanks.